Under this ambulance sheet lies Sam Robertson, age 17. His parents proudly called him Son. His girl affectionately called him Robbie. His little brother admiringly called him Sammy. But the nickname in which he took the greatest pride was the one he'd earned among his high school friends, Speedy. And that's what killed him. Why did this have to happen? What were the reasons for Sammy's persistent speeding? What were the causes and events that led up to this tragic ending? These are vital questions. I'm a juvenile officer, and I decided to find out. My first call was made upon Sammy's family. I talked with his father, a well-liked and respected resident of his community. When I told him what I wanted, Mr. Robertson at once consented to give me the history of Sammy's driving. At first, Sammy's father had resisted his son's request for permission to use the family car. The issue had become quite a conflict between them until finally Mr. Robertson reluctantly gave in, on condition that Sam buy his own gas and oil. This to teach him the value of money. It was a sound and sensible obligation. And he also earnestly admonished Sam to drive carefully and heed all the traffic rules. But Mr. Robertson's own driving habits left much to be desired. And although he was a skillful driver, many small collisions were avoided only by the alertness of the other drivers. Perhaps it was while watching his own father drive that Sam first got the unfortunate idea that a good driver can take chances. And Mr. Robertson said that Sam had been before me only once on a speeding charge. I remembered the incident well. Sam admitted going too fast and was willing to take his punishment. But his father was quite outraged at the fact that the police haul in good, clean-cut kids for driving a little fast, especially when they're good drivers, while the streets are filled with thieves and murderers. It was a standpoint all too often encountered. How much did it contribute to Sammy's own attitude toward speeding? And I recall that Sammy's little brother, Billy, with fierce pride had said to me, Sammy can drive better and faster than anyone. Billy was convinced that it was the other drivers that were the bad ones, for Sammy never had any trouble. It was clear to me that this obvious hero worship from his younger brother must have been important to Sammy, perhaps making him take more reckless chances and drive even faster. My next stop was the high school Sammy had attended. I talked to several of Sammy's teachers. Soon after Sammy had enrolled in the school, he had become popular with the other students. They all agreed with the opinion voiced by one of his teachers who said that Sammy seemed to be a conscientious and responsible youngster. A good student, not brilliant, but intelligent and showing good common sense in his work.